Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the technical trader at detectrader.com. It's Wednesday, the 26th of February. These are the charts of the day. Well, another real sloppy day on Wall Street. A good start, and then a stair-step decline that took the markets down near the lows for the day at the end of the session. And NDX managed to hold on to a gain, but that thing was up at one point about 160 points higher than where it was there, and it closed up almost. It was up almost 200. It was up 38.89 at the close. So you can see how everything deteriorated. Advanced declines 2-1 negative on both exchanges, and up-down volume was 4-1 in New York, and about 3-2 in Nasdaq. So it was a sloppy day. Starting off with some of the coronavirus stocks that are really having a good time of it based on the fear. We had a big explosive move in January on AHPI, a falling wedge of beauty, low volume ebb right there near the apex, and then boom, 5 days in a row, up from 2 to 4. A 418 was the high today. The prior high was about 5. I wouldn't be surprised if we made it up there before it pulls back some more, but it is a bit extended. Next target beyond that, if it goes wild, 7.25. APT exploded. It was one of the better acting stocks in that group. You can see how it blew through the highs from January and literally has gone from 4.75 to 13.45, more than tripled in the last week. Is this extended? Of course it is. Can it go any further? Well, momentum alone can take this to the mid-teens, but I'd be awfully careful with all of these. Atom or Atomera with pop pull back, broke out of a little wedge that looked like it could be bearish, but this is a good sign. A pop with increasing volume, not a huge volume, and it's thinly traded. But I'm looking for a retest of that 635 area, and if it gets through that, it's at 7.75 to $8 stock, methinks. BTAI tried to pop and backed off, but you can see the flag that's formed. It's a bull one. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm looking for this to eventually pop, and at one point on a swing trade, get up to 60 plus. CBLI, another virus stock that exploded out of a falling wedge today, in particular, taken out of a 3-week resistance level and popping $1.11 or 48% on 4 million. That's the biggest volume, of course, in about 3-4 weeks. I think we're going to run up and test the highs at 4.5. We may blow through that. Everything depends on momentum, of course. CODX, another. CODX exploded today, was up a mere 106% or 458 to close at 890 with a high of 1090. So it did back off a couple points late in the day. Volume was a hefty 80 million shares. So it may be blow-off time or it may be breakout time. We're going to have to watch, see if there's upside momentum to take this into the low to mid-teens. COE, Chinese online educator, is just phenomenal. Has moved from the December lows when it was trading at about 5.5 to 36. It's more than 11-fold increase, and it's long in the tooth and spiking up in volume. I would exit stock on the next any additional up move in here. DWT, as oil drops, the DWT is starting to come on strong. There was a nice run here and then a pullback that broke out. You can see the current resistance level right in here broke through today, targeting 7.25, 8.5. Gilead, another viral stock, and is working with the government, broke out, popped off back, and had a real big pullback gap filler yesterday, but exploded right back up today for 460. And volume with a strong 32.6 million shares. I think this makes it to 78.9. Lake, another containment suit manufacturer, after the falling wedge popped a week ago, it just kept running. It's moved from under 12 to over 18, about 50% pop. Today was big volume, and it did back off the high. We'll have to see what happens with that one. MRNA, well, this only reason I think it popped, came down like it did there was on the secondary, but it sure exploded, folks. From 1791 to 2998, about 12 points in the last 3 days. Is it extended? Of course. Is it at resistance? Yes. Can it get through here? Well, if it doesn't, it's going to pull back and consolidate. But if it does, we may see mid-30s tomorrow. Nanovaricides also popped the falling wedge and backed off today. It came on again. But this thing needs to extend past 1090 with volume to really get going. If so, the targets are 13 and 18. NVAX, yet another stock in that virus group, exploded today, go all the way up to 1121 before backing off a couple points. Still up 127 or 16%, but 24 million shares, that was a negative reversal there. Let's see what it does going forward, but my next target is 13 if it does extend. PRPL in a beautiful rising channel for like 2 months now. It has taken its stock from 7.21 to more than doubling near 16. Today up another 69 cents or 4.6%. And we'll see if that one does continue to move up. The next target would have to be upwards of about 17.25. TEDU, TEDU, Chinese education online stocks doing very well in here. With the coronavirus keeping everybody at home, there may be that going on. So a strong run and a wedge and then a pop. Targeting 5 3/4 and 9 if it really runs. And VIR, the last long stock, exploded, and I mean huge today, running from 23 to 36.5 before backing off. But it came out again at the close and finished with a bang up day of 61% or 13.25. I'm not sure how much more it goes, but I wouldn't be surprised to see 40 tomorrow morning. Let's take a look at some of the boxer shorts. We haven't looked at them in a while. I want you to see some of the patterns that look completely ugly. AN, which broke about a week ago, just continues to fall apart. There might be some support around 39, but that's an initial target. Secondary target 36. Arch cold to multi-year all-time lows, and it just looks like it's imploding. Don't know where the bottom is. Probably about 40, 42. Arrow mark 39 down 75 cents, but you can see after breaking the trend line and snapping back and failing, it's falling over now. And right at support in this zone, if it gets any further damage, you might see 36 and then 34. CLB has been in a nasty downtrend for a year and a half and has dropped all the way from 127 down to 28. 100 points and a massive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave decline. We're getting close to the bottom of the fifth wave, so look for something around 25 to cover. The energy sector continues weak, and the CBLI, which is rolled over from support there, continues to make downside headway. Immediate target is about 28 and then 24. DK, massive top formation broken 2 weeks ago. Snapped back a little bit and failed. That's where I said this stock could be a real good short. 29.5 to 22, 7 points straight down. Today dropping almost 3. MGPI also a nasty drop from a triple top near 98. This stock's made it to 28 or 70 points lower. And there is some support in this area. Be careful. Roku rolling over, backed off another 596 to their 5%. It's unable to get back above resistance, and if that's a bad sign, I think we may be testing the mid-90s at some point in the near future. SIX imploding after the 1, 2, 3, 4 wave. Look at that bear flag, a rising wedge right there at 39. Slipped hard to the 25 zone, 14 points in a week. TripAdvisor is getting hammered as well with all that's going on now with the coronavirus and traveling, or lack thereof. This is suffering, so is Booking.com. But anyway, you can see the stock has dropped all the way down from the mid-6, 69 was the high, down to 23, and it doesn't look done yet. However, it's oversold at the bottom of the channel. And finally, swing short TSCO is starting to break finally with that rising wedge breaking yesterday, following through today a bit, down another $1.66. Your targets are 88.5 and 84. That's it for tonight, everyone. The long and short of it, HB out.